Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. Once you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Very excited for today's beer review, as I always am, and as I always say. And so it is Black Friday. I went out, got the stuff. I put a video out about the beers I got, my experience, and then I was able to, right around the corner, a really cool bar had the Cherry Cafe and wheat wine on draft, which I also got in bottles to not have the reserve. So this is the only bottle I got on Black Friday that I haven't tried yet. So I already did that video where I quickly talked about those ones. So I thought, so I had those beers, did the video, took a power nap. Now I'm feeling good and ready to do this beer review. So this is the Reserve Rye, and it's Rittenhouse Rye, which I don't know spirits well enough to know too much. I do know I like rye, that little bit of spiciness, so I'm really looking forward to that. It's the same exact base beer for Bourbon County, which this year is like a mix of Heaven Hill, is it Buffalo Trace, and something else maybe. And when I saw that it was a blend of those three, I kind of wish, I like how they're doing the this year, the 19, 18, 17 in the same packaging. But I would have loved if they had singled out each of those barrels and done that, So I'm really excited to see what a single barrel of something different does. And although being in this box, price point, it was $16. The regular was $12 from where I am. This one and the wheat wine were both $16, and then the Cherry and Cafe were $23. So despite the fancy packaging, they're not really upcharging that much compared to throwing some cherries and cinnamon in one and the coffee, orange, and sugar in the other. So those ones, I could talk about pricing another time, but this one I thought was pretty okay pricing. Let me grab bottle opener, that helps. Just in case you didn't get one, it's got the 5 years, cheers, little tab, that's nice. The 2019 Reserve Rye Bourbon County brand stout aged in Rittenhouse straight rye whiskey barrels highlights a long-standing mutual admiration and respect between Goose Island and Heaven Hill Distillery, seeking to exemplify the honest flavors that a barrel has on the resulting beer. The Goose Island Barrel House brewers used nothing but the cask and the spirit it once held to impart the flavors into the beer. So again, this is not an adjunct other than it was barrel aged. There's nothing else in here. Enjoy this unique release side by side. I thought about this with our beloved Bourbon County brand original stout, aged the same length with the same base beer, and discover the unique contribution that the rye whiskey barrel lends. You'll uncover the distinct spicy flavor that has long been associated with the Rittenhouse brand. Rittenhouse is a bottled in bond whiskey that has a pleasantly fruitier aroma than other ryes and adds a different layer of complexity to the final beer. Experience our reverence for the spirit and the barrel in 2019 Reserve Rye Bourbon County brand stout. This is just more about their tradition. So anyway, really excited. Actually I haven't looked at the bottle. It's the first time I took it out of the box. Stout aged in Rittenhouse Rye Whiskey Barrel 2019. You got ages up for 5 years. Collaboration with our friends at Rittenhouse is what it says up here. So no tasting notes. Up there. And this one was bottled the 2nd of September, and it's 14.5% ABV. The ones I was able to get here are 14.7, so 0.2% difference. And these were bottled almost a little over a month later on October 5th. So, and obviously the barrels can, be different, have a different alcohol content, which could lend itself to different ABVs. But anyway, enough yakking. Most people probably fast forward it till when I pour the beer, so let's get into it. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what this tastes like. So as I'm pouring it, it's definitely dark, but there is some brown on the... where it was a little thinner as I was pouring. So, definitely stout territory, but not complete motor oil. Let's get a proper look at it. Yeah, it's Bourbon County. It's very dark looking, proper glassware. The head is a mocha color, about 1.5 fingers. Pretty small bubbles. They're going away. Well, actually, they're lingering longer than I thought, but they are going away for sure. And as they're popping, they're making bigger bubbles, some peaks and valleys in the center there. But yeah, let's get into the aroma. Smells really good, I'll tell you that much. Okay, there's finally I got the rice. The reason I went in again to smell something is because as good as it smelled, I didn't get that distinct spiciness, but I finally did get it. Sweet vanilla for sure. There's still chocolate roast from the beer coming through. Almost a little marshmallowy. But now that spicy rye is definitely coming through, noticeably different than when I did the base. It would be cool to do these side by side. It's not just my memory or perception. Like, you can definitely get the rye specific thing in here. I feel like I'm getting more oak in this one too. And like this, an added level of earthiness. Smells awesome. I will say this, the regular, I could have, and if you watch that review, I smelled it for a while, and I kept getting more and more things. I really could have just, however long that review was, I could have just been smelling it the whole time. It was such an amazing aroma. This one I'm good on. Like, it's super pleasant. I got everything I could out of it, I think. And, I'm happy to move on at this point. So I will say that the regular has, in my opinion, a better aroma. But this one, similar, the extra complexity, but not quite as good. It doesn't have the toffee and butterscotch and stuff that I really enjoyed in that one. Let's see what the taste. Cheers. That did not take long to tell the difference. Wow. That's really good. So where to even start? Definitely that spicy characteristic comes through, specifically rye. I tell you what though, just like the aroma, I think I get more oak in the taste. And as I'm talking now, a lot of oak, dark chocolate, a pleasant cherry note. It's a really, I just kind of want to not take a sip because it's so pleasant right now. Still, so very long-lasting flavor. Wow, but very woody. That's interesting. I like it. If you, I think this year's regular Bourbon County has a nice bourbon presence. I don't remember being like, oh wow, I get so much of the specific barrel, like just like the barrel without the spirit. I mean. Whereas this one, I definitely get that barrel specific, the wood taste. Let me take another swig now and kind of explain some of the more similarities and differences. Nice, some nice lacing and legs on the glass. So yeah, the dark chocolate roast, like the aroma, definitely there. That vanilla approaching marshmallow, knocking in the taste. Like, there's definitely a nice element of char. I can't go as far as saying like burnt marshmallow. It doesn't have quite the marshmallowy thing. Thick, definitely chocolatey. Again, it's approaching fudgy. For me, I'm gonna stick with the very decadent dark chocolate, almost like chocolate truffles or something. Like very nice dark chocolate, but not quite brownie batter for me. It is, and I said this, or did I just think it? It is so noticeable that they're using a rye barrel. I think if I was doing this blind, I would think, because of the spiciness of it, it was rye. I certainly, without a doubt, could tell the difference between this and the regular. There is that much of a difference. Here's why I bring that up. Because if you're wondering, like, if you didn't get one of these and you're like, should I try to find one, buy one, trade for one, whatever, I'll go out and I'll say this. It is different enough. So it is definitely, if you like Bourbon County and you like rye whiskey, no brainer. But if you like Bourbon County, you want to try something different from them while still familiar. This, for me, I would definitely recommend you do that. I try not to too often recommend people do one thing or the other. But if you fall in that category, I would recommend getting this for sure. I'm really looking forward to sipping on this for the rest of the evening. I'll do one more swig if I get anything else, and then we'll be out. And again, I'm not trying to downplay the aroma. It is a very lovely aroma. It's just not as good as a regular. The alcohol taste itself, let me be more specific. The rye whiskey taste, is there. Without, for the ABV, not a lot of burn. We definitely get the taste, which I appreciate. It's a compliment. But yeah, I don't. In some ways, that rye pepperiness, spiciness, is cutting through some of the sweetness. And because I do like sweet things, it might be again why I prefer the regular this year. But really, I'm enjoying this. But yeah, that's all the new stuff I get out of this. Have you had this? Obviously, I'm super curious to hear what people think if they have had this. So let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate that, obviously, and I love this time of year because typically these beers get a decent amount of people watching. So I really like the discussions that take place. So definitely get the discussions going if you're interested in the comment section. Check me out on Instagram and Untappd. No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.